Hello! Welcome back to part 2. Base Gemini this time, modifications, other stuff that we're gonna go through, and before we go through all of that, let's just play the video. I'm gonna shut up because the video is pretty much off scale and I need to edit it later on.
Well done, Commander. This is Ambassador Yi, House Steiner's political representative on Carver 5.
A pleasure, Commander. You handle yourself well.
Remember, you may have no contact with Davian forces. You're here to prevent a war, not start one.
Carver 5 was once held by House Liao, and there still is a sizable population of Liao loyalists here. You are warned to stay well away from them. We want to know incidents.
Let's get on with it. The bandits have taken one of my outposts. I want it back. Your tactical officer will give you the specifics. Recapture the outpost, Commander. I want this over as soon as possible.
Okay. Once you have seen those things, you basically know what I'm dealing with. The sound itself on the videos is not following the standards I set up on the recording, and that's a bit of a challenge. Let's proceed with the modifications. And before we continue to the mission, let's just go through the whole mech bay, so I don't have to explain it all over again. Here you can buy sell mechs. Basically, I only have now two options. Somehow, they don't trust me enough. And my trust ratio is way down. Also, I have 3 guys already up. That's the maximum amount of tonnage that I can carry on the next mission. So I can remove those mechs and add them as I want, or I can buy and sell them if I don't need them. This is the best way. Once you get a bunch of mechs on the mission that you don't need and you manage to salvage them, you can sell them here for extra cash, and you're gonna need them. I mean the cash, of course. Now after that, you need to know some things. Before going into the mission, every pilot you have has its own specializations, especially if they're not a green one. And your regular pilots are way more accurate and better with the weapons if you get them into proper mechs. And getting them into proper mechs is a bit of a challenge, so that means you need to be precise, you need to modify the mechs so they can fit the proper role in the lens and for the pilot himself or herself. For this kind of situation, we are gonna go with this kind of setup, and I'm not gonna go into the mission at the moment. So keep in mind to modify stuff. I'm telling you all of this in case you haven't played through the vanilla Mech Commander, and this is a bit of a modifications added. This is the medium autocannon specialist, this is a laser specialist, and this is the sensor specialist. The sensor specialist will go 50% on everything, and it will only scale up as its own gunnery skills increase. Therefore, the gunnery skill is basically tied up to the whole weapon arrangements, all of them basically. This is a bit different a balance. This is a bit different in a balance for the Omnitech stuff. So for the meat, we're gonna go with. Shall we go full medium range? I don't know, because in this game the enemy is very fast and they can close up the distance pretty easily. And having a bunch of mechs dedicated to only one range type is a bad thing. Before you could easily cheese out with the so-called long-range pumping action, and basically had a lot of LRMs and a lot of ARPPCs and just slam it from a distance while the enemy crawls to you, and now you don't have that luxury anymore. Therefore you need to be a bit more innovative, and I like that. And we're gonna go and call this a DACA mech. Yeah, those who follow 40k know what I mean on a DACA mech. It has big guns, 2 big guns, and this guy is gonna be focused on the lasers. Therefore, medium to short range, I think. 1, 2, and 3 lasers added in. Let's see with these 2, and can we add, well, a couple of machine guns won't hurt. That will be a good kind of balancing stuff. So we have short range firepower, we have long range, longer quote unquote, longer range firepower, and go with the Lasmech. Okay, for next one we're gonna go for the Star Slayer Prime. It's pretty decently balanced mech, to be honest with you. Therefore, I think we only need to armor it up a bit and add a couple of lasers. Full on laser build. Shall we do like this, or shall we keep the laser in and just switch the pilots? That will be a good thing. Blazer 1, because I'm gonna modify this later on and add better equipment on it. Therefore, I'm gonna just switch the pilots. I'm gonna add Twitch over here and I'm gonna add Flash over here. Now Twitch can blaze away. The other three will wait for the mechs that we can capture and jump into the action. Let's launch the game now. Launch the game, I mean launch the mission, silly me. Okay, let's go and capture resource buildings. At the moment you can see the resources are high in demand because we need them. We need them to have some options given to us. The first building will be spent on the repair truck. Unfortunately, we don't have any mech repair base in the area. Therefore, only after we capture this resource building and this resource building, we can consider getting enemy mechs in the game and try to get at least 3 of them with a headshot. I'm gonna go for Fire Ant one, and the rest will be, I think, urban mechs, unfortunately, because the rest of the enemies, spoiler again, the rest of the enemies are gaggled. Yeah, a bunch of them around here. Therefore, we need to be economic with the investments of the resources. And I want all of my pilots to gain some experience at least, therefore getting them engaged one by one is good. Centipede is lured out. The Fire Ant is still sitting there. Let them sit there because I want to mop up the infantry so they don't cause a nuisance for us. As you can see, the medium range is doing pretty well, and itself being extended, it's a good thing. Okay, come on, pull back a bit. Pull back, don't go just yet. Prepare the numpad 8 for headshot. Go forward a bit. Add the enemy Fire Ant, we just marked him. He's an easy target for now. But our specialists are not that special in regards of the headshots and aiming. Therefore we have to pray for a good shot a bit. And we have to pray for that before the enemy kills our own mech or seriously damages it. It's a bit of a risk, but a risk worthwhile. On the later stages, when your teammates will be way more better suited for engagements, you will have the situation where you can snipe the enemy with their full complements of armor a lot easier. What I just said. Yeah, as you can see, English is not my mother language. Essentially what I wanted to say is, later down the line, when you engage the enemy with a decent pilot, you can easily snipe off the enemy pilot. And as you notice right now, I'm not a pro when it comes to gameplay narration, gameplay videos. This is, I think, my first proper long play video that I want to narrate outside the already pre-recorded stuff that I had. I think all in all, this will be a decent hobby for me. If it works out, if it doesn't, well, at least I tried, you know. And I'm gonna go with the getting a lower spec entry PC and go with the classics at least for now. And before I do that, let's try to capture this SRM building. Luckily for us, we were still outside the SRM turret range. Therefore, we're gonna go around here and try to get another 2 mechs down with the headshot option. I think we have 2 urban mechs over here. We're gonna try to snipe them out. But before that, we need to lure them out a bit, especially those vehicles. I want them to go for me. If I can get one by one of the Urbies, I can definitely enjoy some sweet capture. Come on, Urbi, come on, come on, take the bait, take the bait. Be a good boy, take the bait. You can do it. And he does it. And he does it, and I'm happy. First shot's in. Go for the head. I mean, the top. You can't see the head properly in this thing, can you? Look, it's an Urbi mech. Little bucket, a couple of autocannons and lasers. Just one autocannon and lasers. Now it will be a good thing if my team starts hitting it properly. Come on, hit it. Hit it. For crap's sake, hit it. It's still running around and doing damage to my teammates, so that's not good. If this was a more serious engagement, I would be definitely long gone. At least one of my mechs will be long gone. And for now we have 1 Urbi down. That's good. Because I want to get them, all 3 of them, and I'm gonna sell them. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna do that. Because I need cash for later runs. I might have to go and buy Shayus, maybe Anubises. Yeah, we're gonna go against a lot of things. Unfortunately, I can't stop myself from spoiling that for you, to you. And anyway, the game is old for like 20 years, was it? Yeah, 2001, almost 20 years. Some people weren't even born when this game was out. They weren't even in the plans for this earth. Therefore, it's hard not to spoil stuff on the old games. For the new games, it's easy to not to spoil stuff. You know what you need to talk about, you know what to avoid on time. And for this thing, it will be like trying to entice new audience, while in the same process not spoiling them will be challenging, you know. Capture, pull back, because, or actually go around. Better idea. Go around, get those LRMs. Go here, run, forest, run faster. Get him. That's 1. That's 2. Let's go here and get another LRM down. Then move here and capture these 2 buildings. Run faster, please. Well, I can't make them run faster. These are the medium mechs and their speed is already predetermined. I think there is another thing over here that I can kill for extra experience points. And you go around here and wait for me. It's a bit sometimes of a challenge to not to send your repair truck into certain death. Kamikaze repair truck. Okay, we have meat, we have Twitch for no, only meat, haven't taken any damage. Therefore, German mech is there. I have 1,600 points. 1,000, actually not 1,000, 14,600 points. Silly me. I need to pay a bit more attention on the mats in future. We can repair this guy, we can repair this guy. We'll actually have to repair them, otherwise we risk losing them. Initial damage might not seem so serious to you, and if you're playing this game, you might find this a bit boring to constantly micromanage and repair your mechs, but the damage can easily add up. If you can't repair, you have to lure the enemy, and that will also take some of the time away from the real engagement. All of those things will matter in this type of game. You need to be very careful about what and when you are engaging with. Now, for example, I can go in with a long shot and rush the other guys, but if I do that, I might risk getting shot up in the process and losing a mech that I wanted to sell later on. Derby, yeah. And we have the urban mech. We're gonna go for the fire ant later on after I deal with this little group of people and mechs. Okay, as you can see, Derby is a bit slow. Yeah, this is its running speed, and it's slower than the medium mech. Okay, let's pilot snipe the Derby. Can we get him on the pilot sniping stuff? I think we can get him without risking the damage on the weapon system. Yeah, we got some hits and we are also receiving hits. I think a long shot should take out some stuff. Yep. Well, these guys are trying to stay alive and not to get killed. Meat, come on, dude, come on, kill him. Longs, kill me out. Kill the little things, like the APCs in the car. That's good. That's good.
This base supports a sensor grid.
Let's go for the
maintained by a sensor control building. It will allow us
capture
to
of the buildings.
range of these sensors.
Do a jump capture, basically. That's what you do with. Use your jump jets and go as close as possible, and then press the capture on the turret control. That way you don't damage the turrets, don't damage yourself, and everyone is happy. My dude didn't done the capture on the building. Let's go here and I'll go for the fire ant now. The fire ant was somewhere around this place. I think I managed to get him somewhere around here. Yep, there it is. Okie dokie then, we can capture all those things there. We can crawl ourselves here, because it will be a very slow speed movement because of the repair truck and the urban mech. By the time these guys get to us, I can already position myself for a third capture building, and with that third capture I can add all 3 pilots from the reserve into the game, and that means experience points for all of them. These 2 can jump over the obstacles, therefore they are gonna be useful for us in the battle ahead, and we're gonna mark them as group 2. Group 1 will go here and back them up. I need to be careful, I cannot immediately add a waypoint to these 2 guys, because they might run into the rest of the enemies and alert them, and I don't want to do that yet. So I need to do something like this, as you can see, and pull some maneuvers. I seem strange to you. Okie dokie then. After this guy had taken some hits, yep, we need to do now this move, and this will actually avoid the contact with the enemy. Keep this in mind when you are doing later missions and you don't accidentally walk over an active minefield and destroy your whole mech lens. Well, I think first time when I played this game, my first encounter with the minefield was a bit problematic at best, and we're gonna have to ditch our plan, unfortunately, for our urban mech. We're gonna go here and let the Twitch do his job. He's gonna go for this building and another one here. And everyone are ready up. They can wait him there. In the meantime, Twitch will take this resource building and another resource building and cause some havoc by capturing a turret control. And for some more spoiler, even though the enemy is a bit smarter than before, the enemy can easily go into same old stuff of being stupid. I'm gonna show you how. The enemy is now preventing the capture control for now. I'm gonna let it slide and move away. I can jump over, capture the enemy controls, and do another jump. Fire, if I can fire my laser on that fuel truck and cause some detonations, that will be good. As you can see, the enemy fire ant is having some trouble capturing the whole building. They're now gonna stay there. And hopefully for me, the enemy already lost some vehicles. This is already one that was lost, and the enemy LRM is not that stupid and is trying to go for my mech. So I'm gonna jump away and get away from any incoming fire. The LRM will stay back and be blissfully unaware of us. Unlike the mechs that are still watching at the last position of our Star Slayer, and that's great. Oh, I totally forgot, we have another urban mech to salvage. Can we get him here? Yeah. Thankfully, by the spotting range of the turret control, we can get another urban mech into our lance. And that's the full roster of our pilots, ready and able to come to us and join the battle ahead. Okay, let's go around here and pull some other stuff, like getting the repair truck here. Let's see. We have some damages. Damaged mech is the Star Slayer and the already salvaged urban mech. With this I can maximize my firepower on them, and hopefully I'll actually have to go with the medium range engagement to eliminate these SRMs, and after that I will definitely have to maybe go for a turret generator, because these two guys are making some problems for me and I can't deal with them head on. Come on, let's go here, let's go here. This is an urban mech waiting for us. And unfortunately I cannot capture anything else because I'm out of pilots, and I'll have to go for a full destruction this time. Sorry, but I'm gonna go first in. These three guys are gonna go for first in and first shots in. As you see. Poor Orby. Look at him. He's being red. Then black. Ouch. At least it hasn't detonated its reactor. If the enemy mech goes critical, it will be, you won't have a cursor over it, and of course it's gonna go full black, and the blast radius can be unpleasant for you, to say it best. So I'm gonna provoke these guys over here to engage us. Come on, move back now, because if I stay here, the SRMs will just tear me apart. And if I get this partisan on the medium range engagement, that will be definitely good stuff. So how can we go and destroy this turret generator? Shall we go with the full rush or let's go full rush. Turret generator boys, get them before they start smacking fire at us. Proceed with destruction. Come on, come on, come on before the SRM does their damage. That's good. Get the LRM, get the LRM. Come on, organize yourselves. Now let's go here. And as I said before, the enemy mechs are pretty damn stupid. I wonder how they managed to pull the capture on this building in the first place. So before we go and capture the base itself, let's mop up the rest of them. Okay, full on engagement. No hold back. No, don't have to hold back. We are 6 against 1, and the enemy had just detonated. Therefore, that's one guy down for the count. Root control, you don't need it anymore, to be precise. With you, and now we can repair ourselves. Go all the units, send all units there. Repair the fire ant first, and then we're gonna go with the Star Slayer. And the Bushwalker is there. Star Slayer next. Then go for the repair truck. Do that, do this. I mean, if the repair truck had his own mind, he would say, "I had enough." You're getting crippled non-stop, and I have to repair you non-stop, and I had basically enough. So go quits on me. Luckily for us this time, the centipedes are going full stupid mode and rushing us. Let's go in and get this LRM and that last little Herbie. Sorry, Herbie, you have pirate pilot. Therefore, you have to go. Illegal. You are mostly illegal. And let's now go back a bit because the Herbie is gonna detonate. The last few units, should I go for them? Let's go like this. One there, and Psycho go back and capture the building. So once these guys are destroyed, I can easily go and do the capping on the building itself. Harasser, come here, provoke them to come to you. Yes, yes, they took the bait. That's one, that's two. That's the experience points I want, and Centipede, come, experience points. Come closer, experience points. I want you those experience points. I'm sounding a bit silly at the moment. And now I can capture the HQ. And this is how you go with the clean victory on the mission. And all of your pilots took some shots on the enemy and got some of the experience points that you're gonna need later, especially if you lose some pilots. Now I'm not gonna buy this thing. This little bucket of screw is useful for the lower stuff and for the lows. I might do some time for a full urban mech assault. Imagine 10 urban mechs going on the last mission. That will be hilarious to see. And a challenge also. Because they will get shot up in the process before they even reach the contact with the first enemy. Okie dokie, now we have a decent amount of kills. My new pilots that just came in also did some damage, and that's good. All in all, a decent mission. And that is that. That will be part 2. It's another part 3 actually. Part 3 we're gonna go with the ambush and acquire Mobile HQ as well as the video itself. So till next time, see ya and stay safe.